In this week's episode of Triple T,
Yeah.
Everything turns metal whenever you hand it to me.
John Williams, what a brain.
Yeah, dude. Oh, J-Dub. There's a crow in Dumbo named Jim.
You see what you did there? That's well played. If we had a producer, he would have played a cool sound effect right there.
Bazinga.
Aruga.
Can we talk Dumbo for a second? Because I saw something last night. Didn't even realize Dumbo was involved. I watched a little mini documentary about Tim Burton.
Okay.
Tim Burton. What a weird dude, bro. You ever seen his Dumbo? A dog.
Oh,
Dog.
goodness.
That's scary, bro.
Showtime.
Do you have the insane, what's it called, Insano mode inside your Tesla?
No, is it? It's starts with an I. It's
Ludicrous mode. that's
ludicrous.
what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Luda. No, it's they changed it. It's like assertive. That's what. It's not ludicrous. It's assertive. And that shit will go. Like I could be on 66 and it's a hellway, the hell, pretty much traffic, and that shit will go in between people and just weave and go.
Oh, I thought you were being funny. There is a ludicrous mode.
Yeah.
Ludicrous Plus. I didn't know that. There's also Insane Plus. I thought you guys were just being funny.
No. Dude, here's the
Naturally.
deal. Oh, Elon's kind of funny, dude. He's kind of funny. He loves to meme all day on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Good old
kind of
X.
funny. Hate him or love him, right? I mean, some people don't like the guy. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm sure there's a reason. I don't know. I don't care. But he you know why it was called Ludicrous Mode? Spaceballs.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you know why
Yeah.
he shaped his rockets the way that they are?
Spaceballs.
He loves
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
He loves Spaceballs, and he thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah.
He has a Model S, a Model 3, and a Model X. Sex. He's a child.
That's brilliant. Did you see, speaking of him being a child, I don't know this, but I thought somebody said this, that Elon is now kind of trolling Taylor Swift to try to get Travis Kelce to fight him or something like that?
I don't know about the second part, but I know he's trolling Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he's definitely trolling.
Because isn't he training for like MMA or something?
Why would he
Elon?
fight Travis Kelce? I mean, I get the appeal to it because see the thing with like NFL lineman and tight end, like he's on the line, so it's all about boxing, your hand movements and like getting people off and like just to get that separation. So it's not going to be that easy. Plus, that natural strength. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
But
and
we
let's
gotta
not to
remember.
mention. Oh, go ahead, Burley.
I was gonna say we got to remember that Elon's African American, so he's strong as shit as well.
How tall is Elon Musk? He
don't know.
can't be anywhere near Travis. Like
Is
Travis
he
is a big
standing
boy.
on his wallet?
6'2". He's 6'2". So he's not a small guy, but that's still
my
different
height.
than a Travis Kelce. What's he? Probably 6'4",
6'6".
Guys,
6'6",
Yeah.
6'5".
Let's remember. Elon is just the guy we shoved in lockers all grown up. Okay, he's a goddamn nerd, dude.
He was in
I've
private
never seen
schools.
his-
We never saw him.
He's a goddamn nerd, dude. It's like all these TV tough guys, like Jason Statham and all these guys that are like famous movies, like Robert De Niro.
Denzel Washington.
We would all beat the shit out of them. You know why?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
they're playing pretend. They're
Choreography.
They do make believe. It's make believe. They are not real tough guys. They're just good at pretending to be tough guys.
Choreography
Yeah.
and acting.
And Elon grew up pretty rich, so I don't know how many lockers he was shoved into, right?
Ah, dude.
Especially if he was 6'2".
I went to
didn't
a private school. These kids had money, and yes, we shoved them in lockers. So,
I didn't realize he was born in South Africa.
yeah, he's African American, dude.
I didn't know that. This is an educational show.
It's funny to think that he's an African American. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
Which,
that is.
wait, does he have dual citizenship?
I would have to imagine if you're born in a country, you get that citizenship, right? Because the only reason I'm saying is because Steve-O from Jackass was like born in like say London, but he lived in Canada. He's got a bunch of citizenships.
Who,
I'm
Elon?
gonna fact it. Yeah, if he has dual citizenship.
Where was he born at? Oh.
South Africa.
Oh yeah, Elon's. And that's what I was saying. He's an African American dude.
Yep, he is South African born. He's a citizen of both his native South Africa and the United States. In 2002,
and he's a Texan.
Yep, he naturalized in the U.S. Good for them. But for anybody that's listening, you're going, what did I just stumble upon? Maybe you're new here. This is Triple T, baby. It's an educational show, or occasionally we educate you. Sometimes we have humor, dark, and just normal. You know, it's a little bit of everything. And we time travel. And why we're kind of going off about the Tesla and everything, is it because it's the year that we're traveling back to? Nope. The year we're traveling back to is probably not the most exciting. And I have to imagine most of the people that lived through this year aren't going to listen to this podcast because they're probably not around. We're going to eventually time travel to 1941. There's some interesting stuff. There's some major events that did happen that you're probably going to hear some probably inappropriate jokes, and that's okay. But either way, the music kind of stinks. I don't know about the movies. I'd have to imagine. Oh, Goot says 2 thumbs up, just like a prostate exam.
Oh,
With
yeah.
your
For a
brother.
second, I thought they would incorporate the people who were born on this year or had a birthday or were alive during this time period. We're gonna time travel to a different plane when they die.
Yep. It took me a minute. Sorry, I was reading something and then I clicked and I was like, I see what you did there.
He's there. He's here.
And
We're here.
I made it. I made it. Sorry, I was looking in Goot's background and I was seeing the wig and I'm seeing the Batman thing. I didn't notice until I was editing that they were both in there for the Body Wrong podcast as well. So, but either way, you're probably wondering who's there. If you're new here, the voice you're hearing is me. It's Matt, it's Beard Laws, and obviously joining me is Goo and the Yo-Yo King, Burley.
Yo.
What a weird time to do an introduction. But, you know, we get some new people every week, and I want to properly introduce all of us. And Burley was proud of us on the Body Wrong podcast. You guys can check that out on the Beard Law Studio if you want as well. He was, we had some glasses moments that we filled in for him because he didn't have the internet. And I was I think he was proud of us.
Yeah.
We didn't actually have our timber rays on, but we did the glasses. I had my dork glasses, so I did this a couple
That's
times.
why nobody will remember your jokes because you weren't wearing the timber rays.
I know, but if I wear them, I can't see the monitor because of the tint or whatever. I don't.
But those are like Batman glasses. What's going on with those glasses? Those are some Bruce Wayne.
My Clark Kent glasses.
Yeah, something's going on there.
I think Howie Mandel had the same ones on last week.
Oh, I just thought of a great idea, guys.
Oh, I saw the light bulb go off.
Okay. We all know the classic Superman with Christopher Reeves, right?
Okay.
And I mean, I guess he always had this move going all the way back, and I guess it kind of went away, to the modern times. But that little curly Q in the front of his foot, like this little, it would kind of make an S with his hair right here in the front.
His widow's peak, but it turned to an S.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they make a hat, Superman logo here, a little curly Q right here, hanging right underneath the back?
I mean, would you rock it?
I think I would.
Would you?
I think I would.
I'd cut it off in one day. It would drive me crazy.
It's because you don't have hair.
I know.
But I'm doing this for you. I just had this thought of it, man. That'd be kind of cool. Because we all kind of wear our hats a little high, right? So you just have the little... I wish I knew the Superman theme.
What is it, Goot? I don't know. Isn't it fun? That's like the third time we've remember this stuff, and it just never hits the Olympics. Got us.
I was about to do the Jurassic Park.
Everything turns. Everything either turns Jurassic Park or Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or wedding. Huh.
What is the Superman theme? Hold on. Let's get through this. Let's sit on this for a second.
Let's sit on this. I'm gonna.
It's fast paced. I can't fucking do it. Slower.
No, I think that's
Rocky.
I think that's yeah. Okay, we're getting somewhere, guys.
Gonna fly now. That's a perfect transition.
It's gonna be easy once you hear it.
I'm building it up in my ear. This isn't the one I remember, but I think we're getting there.
So that's the song. It's just I can't do that.
Well, you can hear it?
Yeah.
I'm building up to the good part, and then we'll play it, and then we'll get hit by royalty.
Yeah. It's just we're just watching you enjoy something.
Huh.
It's got to be PD by now, dude.
Exactly.
Dun, 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 dun,
I was
dun,
talking
dun.
about
Everything turns metal whenever you hand it to me.
John Williams, what a brain.
Yeah, dude. Oh, J-Dub.
J-Dub, baby.
JW.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. All right. Well, look at that. Superman 1941? Don't think so. But
What? Yeah. Whoa, hold on, brother.
Maybe.
When was Superman?
1932.
Did I say he's around?
I think it was in the
He was
30s.
I mean, dude, he was fighting fucking Nazis, dude.
He was.
It was true. 1938. And
dude, so
Joe
close.
Shuster debuted the comic book. Pretty close. Almost 420. April 18th, 1938. So he was around in
but
41.
Superman would have never touched that devil's lettuce.
Oh, did you know that? Okay, I didn't know this. Maybe you guys did, maybe you didn't. That Superman is technically probably dual citizenship with some Canada, co-created by a Canadian. Did you know
No.
that?
Technically,
Yeah.
he's an illegal alien, if that helps.
Superman was co-created by a Canadian. Toronto-born artist Joe Shuster created the superhero with American writer Jerry Siegel. So Joe, who gets the credit for Superman, was Canadian. An American hero in Canada.
They need heroes.
Interesting. He protecting all the maple syrup up there. Is there a Captain Canada, like Captain America?
Oh, there's got to be a Canadian superhero. There has to be one,
Oh, there's
dude.
plenty. There's Captain Britain, but there's Deadpool's famous, there. Wolverine's famous in Canada.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Wolverine is Canadian, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. So it's apparently it's Captain Canuck.
That makes sense.
Captain Canuck is a reboot of the classic Canadian comic book hero in '75 by Richard Comley and Ron Leishman. Captain Canuck.
He's on my gay list.
I'm going to
Is he gay?
No,
stop.
he looks
Oh.
gay.
Stop in the name of justice. Eh?
Stop, you hoser.
You hooser.
It's Captain Canuck. I'm going to show you this the cover, and you guys can be the judge of if your gaydar goes off or not. Captain Canuck, everybody.
Dick's hard. Dick's hard. Dick's hard.
Oh yeah, or it's a cup. I don't.
No, I'm
the
talking about
pose-
myself.
Oh yeah. I was looking
What,
at his.
what year is this?
Well, this celebrated the 45 years of it, and according to here, this was in 2024. I don't really feel like doing math, so.
So, I mean, it's just before our lifetimes.
79-ish, 78, 79. Is that good math? 45 years?
I
Good either way?
believe you, dude, if that helps. I mean, dude, everybody in our comments is talking about we need fact checkers and everything else.
1975.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Dude,
Right?
I'm saying a fact checker, bro. It's for the gays, dude.
I mean, I did ask the person that was in the comments saying you need a fact check or stat. I said, you volunteering? I mean, if somebody wants to come in here in producer mode and potentially fact check us in the chats, you have to have a very flexible schedule because we record whenever it happens to work. Sometimes it's on this day, sometimes it's that day. It happens to be we're all pretty goddamn busy. And
I'll do my
put you in
best
there.
as fact checker.
If
Yeah.
you want to be a Jaime or an ABC analyst, you know, join the team.
ABC. But yeah, I mean, there's always room for someone. Potentially. I got to figure some stuff out with Riverside to be able to get some producer mode in there. But we got 3 of us in here. Most of the facts that we do are, I'd say we have a pretty high rate. We're probably in the 90s for, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times
Somebody can fact check
we
us
also
if they
say
want.
things that we don't mean just because it's funny. People don't understand this.
Yes.
That is true. That is.
I
That
take
is
a
also-
lot of hardcore stances on things that I don't truly believe, but it's funny.
Just to get a reaction. It's funny.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in. Reaction time. Speaking of time, I feel like we should travel back to 41. It's going to take a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and fire this bad boy up.
We did mention last
Yes.
week we were potentially going to get a new sound machine, but
Oh, did you already?
no, I didn't. No.
Can y'all
Did
hear
you?
that?
Yes.
Okay. No, I did not. This is still comically long, and we're going to sit on it. Just let it hang out, dude.
I don't hate it.
Got enough time to fire up one of these boys.
You. Caffeination.
About 6 more seconds.
Hold on. I got to put on my timber rates for travel.
How come anybody does this anymore? Go! Getting pretty good at that.
That was good.
Why does nobody
That was
do this
good.
anymore? I
Also
feel like that
doing
was
it
a comic, like, or a funny comedy trope most of our lives.
when a bomb
People
goes
doing
off,
this.
though.
Yeah, it was just like they'd be next to one of those one of those Acme cannonball bombs, like in all the cartoons.
Yep.
I'll do it and make a bad joke, but like,
Dude, I found a treasure trove of banned cartoons.
Oh.
And they would have all been from like the 1941 time.
Yes.
Dude, it's wild. It's all like Looney Tune stuff. It's not like some,
oh yeah,
back of the movie store bullshit, porn or whatever. No, this is like actual Looney Tune stuff that they have banned since then. It's gigs and gigs and gigs of this. Now,
I mean, even
I'm gonna have to find them again.
Did, right? Didn't Elmer Fudd
dude, they're
recently?
still pulling stuff, dude.
Yeah.
There's a crow in Dumbo named Jim.
yeah.
Okay.
That's in 41. Yeah, Dumbo. Yeah.
See what you did there. That's well played. If we had a producer, he would have played a cool sound effect right there.
Bazinga.
Aruga. 4D1.
Just have crows crow in the background.
Can we talk about can we talk Dumbo for a second? Because I saw something last night. Didn't even realize Dumbo was involved.
Sure.
Sure.
I watched a little mini documentary about what's his name? Tim Burton.
Okay.
Tim Burton. Weird dude, bro.
Yeah.
He's a
When
weird
you put out the stuff
dude.
he's put out, you have to be different.
You ever seen his Dumbo?
No.
A dog.
He had his own Dumbo?
Yeah, it's like CGI. Look up Tim Burton Dumbo clown makeup. Bruh.
Okay. That's Tim Burton's Dumbo
Oh my
clown makeup.
God.
Let's put...
That was the recent one?
Yes.
Oh no.
No wonder it bombed.
Oh,
Dog,
my goodness.
that's scary, bro.
I don't like that.
Wait till you see it moving. I mean, it's creepy, dude.
What? You know what the sad part is, though? Like, yes, I'm sure he did it, but I mean, look they had some makeup. This is an old one, right?
No, I totally get it.
That's the 1941 edition.
Yeah. But yeah, they added the creep to it. Is Tim Burton a fan of the animals? Did he want to make it there so maybe circuses and stuff can stop with the elephants, or did he just want to
got
add
a
the creep?
style? I think he's just got a style of a creep.
Well, that is for sure.
Yeah, the whole like my whole feed on YouTube now is like these little mini documentaries about shit you didn't know about the movie. Blah blah blah.
Huh, nice.
That's kind of cool.
No, it is cool, but it's like I've watched all the big ones. Now I'm getting into like the minutia of this whole documentary. Was like a 6-year period of Tim Burton's career of him strictly working with Disney. Tim Burton's time with Disney, and it's just they did a whole documentary on this and like why he was a failure with Disney, only with Disney, nothing outside of that. Yada yada yada. Just like,
Do you think
crazy.
A Nightmare Before Christmas is a failure?
That was whenever he took off. Do you remember that cartoon, The Fox and the Hound?
Yeah.
Okay, he was one of the animators on that.
Wow.
They pulled all of his animation out of that movie. Yeah, he's been around Disney for a minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dude, he was like 17 or 18 or some such shit.
At least they didn't tweet about Goofy, right?
What?
Sean Gunn tweeted about Goofy. That's why he left Disney.
I didn't
He
know
made
that.
he made some racist joke on Twitter years ago, and some asshole found it and brought it up, and yeah, Disney had a fit about it, and they fired him. That's why he got pissed off and went to DC side. Then when he came back for the Avengers Endgame movie, the Russo brothers brought him back in. So
Wait, hold on.
Hold up.
He made a joke about Goofy.
yeah,
Was it racist?
yes, oh yes.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Oh man, I'm trying to connect the dots here. How do you make Goofy racist?
We'll have to look that up. While we're potentially looking at that, I'm fact checking, and mostly because I wanted to know. Tim Burton apparently was at Disney in 1982 and made his first short, and it was called Vincent, a 6-minute black and white stop motion film based on a poem written by Burton. It actually depicts a young boy who fantasizes that he is his hero, Vincent Price.
Now look it up.
And
It's crazy. It's crazy looking.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy looking, but you can see the essence of what would become Nightmare Before Christmas.
it's funny. All I see is Christopher Walken and Batman Returns. That's all I see.
But you can see like this is the
Mm-hmm.
how this could easily become the foundation for Nightmare Before Christmas. And then I don't know if y'all remember Frankenweenie.
Oh yeah,
Because that was the very next thing he made after Vincent. And that was apparently a failure. I didn't realize that. I knew about Frankenweenie as a kid.
yeah, same here.
But apparently that was considered a failure, and it was just added as a special feature on the Blu-ray of Nightmare Before Christmas.
No.
So if you have the Blu-ray, you have Frankenweenie. God, I know so much about Tim Burton. I'm a goddamn genius.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah, for 5 whole minutes, bro. I got this shit.
I got this. Hey,
You want-
trivia
you wanna
toss
know-
as long as Vincent.
You want to know something about Tim Burton? I got you.
That's
Lifeline.
fake. Slide into those DMs. Yeah, you never know when you're gonna need somebody on. Is that show still around?
Yeah, isn't
On
it
the
Regis
Game
Philbin
Network?
now?
Yeah. No, wait. I don't know. I think it's on the Game Network now, the Game Show Network.
Was it GAYM?
Yeah. GAY.
Hey, there's that Timber. We need a new sound for a Timber glasses down. So if anybody has a cool thing, well, every time he
man.
does it, we'll whoop,
If we got a zipper noise, like a zip.
zip. We can get one. Is that the move?
I don't know. That was just a dumb one I thought of.
Okay, well, we'll start with that, and we'll see where it evolves with the zipper.
I mean, what do we got in here?
Interesting. Where are we at? 1941. Well, I'm looking up a zipper one.
Hey, listen, asshole.
Don't use that one.
Who was that?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't use that one.
Okay, no. We'll come up with something here. So, 1941. Well, let's do prices. You guys want to? We'll do the prices before we slide into the movie. I want to give you guys enough time for movies and music.
Yeah, it looks like movies is going to be a little bit more fun than
Absolutely. Plus, we didn't have Goot last week, and we tried to do it some justice, but we turned out we don't do the time traveling totals as good as you.
How'd we do, Goot?
We tried.
You tried.
He's like,
that's
I-
okay. The passion wasn't there, but it was close.
And it was funny because Burley's like, all right, number 1. I'm like, no, let's go 5. Let's go
1.
number 5. And at one point he's like, God damn it, I don't know how Goot does this. But either way, gas of gallon.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, no, you go first.
I have to issue the apology, like how I thought that I was talking about Heath Ledger for a good 10 minutes before.
It was fine. That's you. It's okay.
That's you.
That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel nice at all. You know what? The way you said that didn't make me feel good in here. All right.
No, it was a compliment.
Moving
dude.
on. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You're the best school shooter out there, Burley. What?
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna do a test. Ready? Do the. Let's see if this fits. Do the Timber Rays glasses thing. Right? No.
Dude.
Nope.
that works.
Okay.
That works.
We'll go with that. There is a little bit of a delay in the beginning, so we'll work on the timing.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get there. We're gonna get there.
All right. Speaking of getting there, prices: gallon of gas 19 cents per gallon back in 1941. Loaf of bread 8 cents. Gallon of milk 34 cents. Movie ticket was a quarter. Goot. New car was about $925 for a Ford Super Deluxe.
I bet if we had a real time machine that we could take a 1941 person to now, they would all think we're rich as shit.
The famous
Just
eye right
don't
there.
tell them anything about inflation. Back then, book learning is a new thing. But if we brought them back here and just blindfolded them, said, all right, we're going to a grocery store. We don't show them all the crazy cars and shit. We just unblindfold them in a grocery store and say, okay, let's do a normal shopping.
That would
Did
be...
they even have refrigerators in 1941?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they do.
Like,
Really?
With a compressor and like ice maker and all that?
Yeah.
Or are there still ice guys?
Ooh. There's still ice guys. But no, there's definitely refrigerators. They didn't have the ice compartment, I don't think, but there's definitely it was GE or Whirlpool. I think it was GE was the first one.
Obviously, they were a little bit delayed, probably, I would imagine, because there was a little bit of a world war going on. But they did have separate home freezers or separate compartments larger than necessary just for ice cubes. They were actually introduced the year before, 1940.
Okay.
So they were barely getting ice cubes, dude.
They were barely.
If they saw our LG screens on our
Samsung bullshit
on our refrigerators, or listen here. What's a old school name? Mildred.
Ethel.
Listen here, Mildred. Yeah, Ethel. Listen, Ethel. I don't even have to open this door to see what's in there. Watch this. Bing, bong, boom. It's witchcraft. It's witchcraft.
Burn him.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those fancy ones yet, so I'm also mind blown whenever I see one of those.
It's wild to me. Like, okay, are you still an ice tray guy?
I have a countertop ice maker because I don't know, with the well water and stuff that I have, sometimes you do the ice cube trays. They have a little bit of a weird taste. Just
got
from
a tinge to them.
I don't know, something there. And then the whole thing with me is like, then you're storing it in this weird cheap plastic anyways. And I'm like, I don't use the ice. The family does.
Bro.
They didn't love it, so I just went countertop.
Okay, you didn't love it. Just say that, because I was about to say, don't get weird about things sitting in things. I've seen your goddamn coffee cup.
I knew where this was going. I knew where it was going. I transitioned.
There it is.
I gotta fix the delay on that. But either way,
it's actually, if you just send me the sound effect, I know when I'm gonna do it, so that would make more sense.
Very fair.
But yeah, okay. So my bad, dude. I was thinking about that. Like, their minds will be blown to just walk around a grocery store. They would think that we are all just.
They'd pass out. I mean, can you imagine the anxiety if I took it for a road trip and I just let go of the wheel and the car drives itself?
Dude, oh my god. They would die for sure. Oh, this dog.
I don't know, but some of them probably were still horse and buggy or horse and carriage. They drove themselves, right? That eventually they would just be like, whoa, a car. I mean, let's be honest. I haven't been in a vehicle that self-drives. I think I'm going to freak out a little bit if
it's
I
weird.
was just like, oh.
It's weird.
I bet nobody around here has one. I don't even know if there's charging stations around here, to be honest.
Yeah, same for me. The closest charging station's 40 minutes west.
Really?
I mean, I put my own charging station in, so that saves me a huge amount of money. The electric bill has only gone up $40 a month.
Really?
Yeah.
You would spend way more than that in gas. I just spent $78, and I think I had it above a quarter tank.
Yeah.
In the truck. So
imagine 19 cents, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had a little bit more money and knew that they could be really reliable in the winter months and not rust right out like all of the vehicles up here because of the salt and stuff on there, I would invest into one of those. But I don't know. I think I have to imagine with the batteries, the corrosion, and the amount of salt and shit on the roads, they wouldn't last as long up here. Plus, super cold isn't great for batteries, right? When they're getting, I mean, we will go 30 to 40 days where it doesn't get above negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
So I keep it plugged in. That way the heater keeps the battery warm. It'll keep the car warm. So for those days, I just keep it charged in. I'll just do this thing.
A lot of people here too with the bigger trucks and the diesel truck stuff like that. They'll keep those trucks even plugged in just so they'll make sure they'll start in the morning.
Exactly.
What a great place to live. Burley keeps saying, "No, it sounds nice. It sounds delightful."
My in-laws live in Anchorage, and I've been more times than I care during the winter. The range is reduced in the winter. With that said, the cars should be fine as far as driving goes. The roads are taken care of in Anchorage in the wintertime. I would recommend installing a charger inside of the garage. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Wait, where are you reading this from?
Reddit.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
r/Tesla Motors. Shout out.
I saw the studio chat. I'm like, there's someone watching right now. We're live.
Yep, we actually have a fact checker. No, I did put in the chat, Burley, a link to the zipper sound effects, royalty free,
Zipper.
where I put that. So just at some point, it's there. You don't have to do
Doing
it now.
dude.
But just
Stop
just wanted
yelling.
to throw
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Stop rushing me.
Throw it out there. There's a lot to look at. There's a lot to look at.
What was the price of a house?
Price of a house, $4,000 and some change. A stamp was 3 cents. Shout out to the stamps. Not
Forever
really,
stamps.
Forever. Imagine those stamp collectors. I wonder how much a forever stamp in 1941, if they had them, would be worth today.
Probably
Bet you a
thousands.
pretty penny.
Yeah.
I saw something where a 1970 something dime that didn't have an S on it was expected to go for like $500,000 at an auction or some shit. And so I said that to the kids, and every single one of them ran to their change collection and was looking for a 1970 something dime without an S on it. And I'm like, we find that, kids. We'll finally be able to go on a vacation. Cup of coffee, 10
He's
cents.
doing it now.
He's like, yeah, look, I do it.
I did have change. I'm like, oh, do I have one?
What is it? What did you say it was? A dime without an S on it?
A dime without an S. I forget the exact year, but for anybody that we've thrown out there, dime without an S. I know it was a 1975 dime lacks the letter S. For San Francisco, or the San Francisco Mint it was pressed at, was discovered by a California coin collector who purchased 5 of them, and it's likely to go over $500,000, and it could be hiding in your pocket. So, yeah, one of only 2 known examples missing the S mint mark. So there's probably more out there, but
check the piggy banks.
Check it out. Yeah, one was auctioned in 2019 for $456,000.
So stupid. For what though? For a stupid dime.
Just to throw it out there. I'm not exactly sure what would be missing. I know obviously an S, but where is the S on it?
In dimes? It's at the end.
Yeah.
I just pictured a dime without an ass. I'm like,
I'm just flying through zipper sounds right now.
Zip, zip, zip,
There's so many, dude.
There's a lot. I tried finding a quick hitter one, but there was a thing on there. But
There's so many. Yeah, now I understand why you have to play with the audio a little bit.
Yep. Not as dumb as I look sometimes.
Well,
But the
just so I
average
understand.
yearly salary, picture this, was $1,700 in 41. Interesting. I wonder what I'm going to look real quick while we're doing that. The inflation rate, inflation dollar from 1941 to 2024. So $1.41 is worth $21.41 today.
21. What? Say that again.
$21.41 was a dollar comparable, and 41 to today.
That's crazy. That's so crazy,
Isn't it?
I mean, they're only making $1,700 a year,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, 20%.
That's
You know what's crazy is that there's people that make $1,700 a year now.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, if you did 1,700 times 21, that's about $36,000.
So people make less than that. Like it's weird. Like when I asked, like, I'm like, how do you survive? It's like,
Hey, that's one thing that we were always that me and my brother were kind of always told: live below your means. Sometimes that means eating peanut butter and jelly and ramen noodles a lot.
Yep.
Okay, but it is what it is, and that was the prices. We'll roll into a quick little sports, and then we got plenty of time for music and movies. Baseball, never going to guess this, but that's when the Yankees were less relevant. Pretty much was way back in the day and then the 90s, but they were good. In the 40s, they beat the Brooklyn Dodgers 4-1. NFL champs, the Bears, beat the Giants 37-9. That sounds like a terrible game. College football national champion, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Probably the last time they won a national championship in anything but hockey. Basketball. Wisconsin defeats Washington State 39-34.
oof.
That sounds pretty rough. And National Basketball League, the NBL, was the Oshkosh All-Stars.
A non-binary league.
Hockey, still part of the original 6. Boston defeats the Detroit Red Wings 4-0. And it's been a long time since there hasn't been Philadelphia losing in something. So
No shit.
congratulations, Philly fans. You didn't lose anything that year.
All right, I think I have it, dude. Let's try
He's
this
got
one.
it.
Let's try this one here.
Let's try it. 1941. Let me see if I can say something to bait him. 1941. The attack on Pearl Harbor.
Caused by a bunch of island people. Why aren't you working?
I didn't hear it.
Why aren't you working? How about that?
But we did declare war December 8th, 1941.
Y'all didn't hear it?
Well, I heard it.
I heard the bongos, but I didn't hear the zip. Did you hear the zipper?
No, I killed the zip for the. For its,
Oh,
I tried doing this.
Speaking of zippers, the first use of penicillin was used March 14th, 1941. Heyo. So I'll shout out to all you people that need penicillin to make sure it doesn't burn when you pee. You can thank March 14th.
Have you ever? Ever had to
never
use
take-
it?
Nope.
You're not adventurous enough, sir.
Maybe I don't go to the doctors enough.
As Rihanna said, you gotta live your life.
Hey.
Fucking.
All right.
Yeah.
That was a good song. Was there any good songs in 41?
No, there's a couple, sir. There's a couple. So this one, I only know it because of goddamn Fallout. That I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire song.
Mhm.
Sung by four black dudes called the Ink Spots. Bro?
That's clever.
Bro? No, dude, that's so goddamn racist. Yeah. I'm gonna put a little bit of that. Yeah. But,
Keep on going.
oh, that's gonna come in handy.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Judy Garland had a hit song from, the Ink Spots, dude. That's racist, dude.
If I didn't care. What, were they good? Did you listen to them?
Yeah, I mean the song is good, but I only know it because of Fallout, the show. They released a version of this song that's all like morbid and sad, which the original version it's the same song just without all the reverb.
Reverb.
But it's a good song. It's not bad.
Oh, did you know that Bill Kenny from the Ink Spots, Philadelphia born? There's your Philly connection for the episode.
He's the original Spot.
He was the last of the Ink Spots.
What do you think of when you think of a shoe shine boy? What are you envisioning in your head? Have you ever had your shoes shined by a boy?
No.
I've never had my shoes shined even by myself.
I've done it myself. Not I've had anybody
You
do
go
it.
get your goddamn shine box?
Yeah. Go and get your fan box.
No, I mean that's never been a thing around me.
It's
And where I live.
reference.
No, but I'm just saying I've never had them shine.
I've gotten my shoes shined before.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it's kind of a baller move.
This homeless guy tried to give me a shoe sign in New Orleans, my shoes, but they weren't like fancy. I had sneakers on. He was desperate for money. I'm like, he
But
tried to
instead
steal my
you
shoes.
just-
I jumped out of the way. I'm like,
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. No,
Is that what they call blowjobs in Louisiana?
rub downs? But no, at the Houston Rodeo they do a everybody every so often there's a every so many feet a shoe shine guy. You sit on this really tall chair,
Mhm.
and this dude just sits there and just busts the shit out of your stuff, and you'll have a couple drinks or whatever while he's doing it, and
smoke a cigar.
it seems oddly racist. That's the thing about it, though. But I mean, historically, it wasn't. I mean, people, the wealthy people, they employed the shoe shine boys, the shine boys, or boot boys. It depends on what country you're in. The boot boys. Yeah. Anyways, we'll get to why I brought that up in a second. But I was just wondering what y'all thought about when you thought about a shine boy.
I've seen them in movies.
Yeah, but in
You know,
movies,
but
it makes it kind of racist, and like they're always black in movies.
Yeah.
They're
True.
not historically. They're not.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was reading about shoe shine boys right before the show.
So did you have like office shoes, or do you have like cowboy boots on?
I have boots on.
Boots, okay.
It's goddamn Texas, Gabe.
Mickey Shore.
See, shoe shine boys. Like I said, there's.
Yeah. Yeah. It is cool, and they do look super nice once it's over with. But at the same time, you do have an air of peasants walking by as I'm being serviced. It's even funny if you want to be a real king, if you want to be just rule the world, just fart while they're shoe shining you, just because you're up there, their ass is right at face level.
I've heard that people do that while they're getting pedicures. Apparently, a lot of not a lot of people, but I know some people that they spend some time getting. Is pedicure the feet?
Yeah.
Pedicures where they'll go there and they'll do that and they'll rip them every once in a while. Have you guys ever had a pedicure?
No,
me neither. It's just not my thing.
I've had a manicure.
That's the hands, right?
Yeah,
like nails and stuff.
I don't. Nobody touches my feet, bro. Like, it's a thing. Like, I'll be watching a movie or on my phone, my feet up, and the kid will touch them. I'll damn near kick them across the room. Like they'll touch my toe or something. It's just they're super sensitive. I don't like walking around barefoot that often. It's odd.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm not a foot person. So
those are special people. We've come to find out.
CUM. There it is. There it is. So speaking of different types of boys, Bugle Boy.
Oh.
Don't make that face. Dude, come on, man. Come on, dude.
What? Bugle Boys.
Bugle Boy. They are who I'm thinking, right? They're the guy that's like right next to the drummer whenever they're side by side going at the British. There's a flute player, the drummer, the flag holder, and maybe the bugler.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They didn't even get a gun. These poor bastards. But I'm also professional buglers in the U.S. military are trained to play the bugle. The bugle is a key instrument used for signaling and ceremonies within military. They're skilled musicians who undergo training to play specific things. Yeah, like the taps and the ceremonial calls. Can you pull up what a bugle looks like?
I'm trying. Let's see.
Because trumpet has the buttons. Doesn't a bugle just have? It's just straight pipe.
Here is what is a bugler, which I was thinking it was a boy, but apparently this is a man.
This is a boogie woogie bugle boy.
Looks to be straight, right? Let me see. These are probably some of them.
There's the dudes that just get murked.
Yikes. Yeah, it looks straight.
Yeah, it looks like straight pipe. So yeah, they had to figure out how to do that with just their lips, dude. No buttons. No, that's a trumpet. That's a trumpet. That don't count. Yeah,
it's a Boy Scout right there.
That's a boogie woogie bugle boy right there.
Wow.
I like that. Okay. So, how hard is it to learn to bugle? We're learning this right now.
I have to imagine pretty difficult, right?
Wait, how much does a bugle cost? Bugle.
They got us to. Are they in bands or anything? Still,
I think so.
Let's find out, sir.
I wonder what
U.S. regulation bugle. U.S. regulation bugle. $7 to $40. Well,
I was gonna say this one's $43 for a Civil War era solid copper military cavalry horn.
Okay, but these. Okay, maybe these are brand new. Hold on. Let me share my screen.
I wonder how hard it is.
Wow. Sound like Cleveland. Yeah, I'm curious what their survival rate is for a bugle boy.
Yeah, look that up. Yeah, I wonder if it's like uncouth to shoot the bugler first, because that would be stop with that damn rocket. Pow, done.
Doesn't easy target hit him?
Yeah, easy money, dude. You take the guy with the flag out, and then you take out the bugler.
Let's see here. They were not too likely to get shot because they helped keep the pace during a march and provided some morale during encampment.
Yes, I feel like they were like, it was probably like uncouth and a gentleman's war, because back then they all thought of it, they were gentlemen and whatnot. Like, I don't know. I saw The Patriot and I'm basing all this information off of that, but yeah.
And they were always near the flag, and I guess where the flag was in a lot of these wars wasn't really in the danger zone. It was more to kind of like rally them. I don't.
It's Kenny Loggins,
know,
dude.
right?
Remove the L, dude. Remove that L. Let's go, dude.
And they were the least appealing target on the battlefield, and they were unarmed, unlikely to harm you, mostly just kids.
Highway to the danger zone.
The most common mistake soldiers on both sides made when firing their muskets was to aim too high and overshoot the enemy troops. Given the tendency, I would say that the drummer boys were typically safe because of that reason, and they were so small.
That's the drummer boy, though, dude.
Yeah, but they were near each other.
Still impressive.
Yeah.
I want to know how hard it is to play bugles. I'll be looking that up later.
I did, and it says that it can't be learned overnight, but on the grand scheme of things, it wasn't the hardest, but it was kind of just an average one. I think it is important to note that performing taps on the bugle is something that cannot be learned overnight. It takes a strong desire, practice, patience, and a good instrument to learn on. I mean, that could be said for anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
But it says it can be challenging. The bugle's pitch is controlled by the player's embouchure. I don't know what the hell that word's. Takes months to get it right. Lip vibration, the power of the lips is necessary. You should have practice with that, Burley.
Lips.
Steady flow of air in the mouthpiece, and yeah.
That's how you chug maple syrup. Power your lip.
Yeah, and hey, speaking of that, throat. Keep your throat open.
Throat goat. Let's go.
There we go.
Let's get on the train. The Chattanooga Choo Choo. This song, we've all heard this song. It's been parodied and whatnot. But what I did find interesting, based on a little Googling, but you know this song, right? Beard laws?
Beard laws? Listen, you sound as awkward as having to say your co-host's new name now.
Having to say Max? Yeah.
Max. It was a struggle on Buddy Round.
Whatever I said, I was like, yeah, we were robbed.
Well played.
Yeah, Chattanooga Choo Choo. The only reason that we don't do the Chattanooga Choo Choo, it's a lot of that foxtrot bullshit. By the way, do y'all know how to foxtrot?
I do.
I don't. I could figure it out.
It's gay as shit.
I'm not going to, but I could.
Foxtrotting is so stupid. Why does everybody want to sweat so much when they dance, dude?
I did it for my wedding, so it was so weird because I was never a dancer before, so my wife wanted to do all these different sets of that, right? So like I went to like ballroom dancing, all these different type of dancing. So I'm, as you know, Burley, a fighter is naturally, he's always bouncing, right? You're ready to go.
Yeah.
That's me. I get out there dancing. I'm ready to start fighting. I'm always bouncing. I'm always like, stay still. I'm like, I gotta break that instinct. It's not me.
Well, I mean, the foxtrot is kind of like that. Your feet are just flailing around everywhere.
Yeah, it's different.
It's a lot. Like, yeah, I'm a big two-step guy. Pretty simple, dude. Yeah, everybody can two-step.
Man, there's a lot to the Chattanooga Choo Choo by Glenn Miller.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you ever watched the video. There's a lot of people, a lot of instruments, and they were using they used bowls to cover the end of the trombones and stuff.
Yep. That's one of those old what was that guy's name? Louis Armstrong things.
Lance. Oh,
yeah, him too.
Different balls.
Different skin. Chattanooga Choo Choo, though, interesting fact. First album to go gold.
Really?
First album to ever go gold. But this was before the RIAA, the Recording Industry Association of America.
Here's your Halloween costume this year, Burley.
Is that Spanky? See, it looks like a mixture of Spanky and Waterboy.
I know, right?
Yeah, look at
Bobby Boucher.
He's got the headphones around there. He's got the hat flipped up. He's got the belt like by his.
Wait, what year is this?
1941. It's the music video.
What portable headphones existed in 1941?
They're cut
I don't
off.
know if they were portable or if they were supposed. Or whoa!
Time traveling. Have y'all seen this whole thing about that guy on the cell phone in that black and white video? Like
No.
about real time travel? Oh, dude. All right. Shoot.
Apparently, while you're looking that up, there was World War II. I can't say German words, but I'm going to go with it. Wehrmacht, WHERMACHT, 1941 German headphones that were apparent. This is what came up when I googled 1941 portable headphones. Radio headphones is a lot of the thing. There's apparently a model of a GM6 stereo surround sound based gaming headphones. They weren't in 1941, but it makes sense. World War II, different technologies and everything, that there would be war headphones. But I'm imagining their studio headphones. Like they can't be portable, right? There's got to be a string or something. Huh?
Just cut the string off.
True. So it's just for style. And it's clearly what they are around his neck, right?
Exactly.
They have to be.
There's no Bluetooth back then.
Okay, can we play CNN? Is that allowed?
I mean, we could play everything. We just have to mute it after. Let's do the thing. Let me get out of this.
I'll send it to you. That way, it's a 53-second video. It's not long, but it is pretty neat. I can't believe it's a Charlie Chaplin movie that people believe is most likely like a time traveler.
No shit.
Yeah.
Let's pull this up.
It's pretty weird. I've watched this video 1,000 times in a row.
Really?
How long did that take?
It's 53 times 1,000. It's a lot of hours. It's so many
Without
hours.
you, there'd only be 120,000 views. Is there music in it, or is it just a video?
It's somebody talking, but it's just the video you need to pay attention to.
All right, here we go.
Itself, is time travel possible? According to a YouTube video posted by George Clark, not only is it possible, he says he's got proof. You've got to see. This is a movie clip from 1928. This is a movie premiere for Charles.
See that guy? What's he holding to his face?
And you see the woman walking in the background with her hand to her ear. We're trying to zoom in so you can see it here. There's a woman talking on a cell phone. But wait, cell phones didn't exist 82 years ago. So you see the dilemma. See her hand up to her ear. She's talking. Who's she talking to? What she's talking on? We don't know. Others saying, no, that's not a cell phone. She's holding a hearing device. Others are saying she traveled back in time. The clip here gone viral, and it's causing quite a stir on the net.
The stir on the net. Bitches need to learn their rhetoric. But that's pretty interesting, right?
That is pretty interesting.
Goose not a believer, dude.
He's not.
I'm looking at him. He's not believing any of this. He said it's hogwash. He said malarkey.
Malarkey.
That's malarkey.
What do you think it is?
I gotta do some research. It's definitely
shenanigans, dude.
Yeah. It's
I
definitely.
mean, it could have been potentially a portable radio, but they would have been bigger.
Exactly.
It was my first thought. I think it's got to be bigger than something in your hand. I don't know. I'm going time traveling.
So
Sorry, I wasn't looking at you. Sorry. Missed it. Speaking of zippers.
Yeah.
Bigger than
Yeah.
Oh,
I did it.
rip that mess.
Oh yeah. Okay. Judy Garland, her second movie came out. It's basically her testing to see if people still watch her if she was 18 years old. But there's a hit song on there, "A Great Day for the Irish." Yeah, it's a little double negative there, right? I mean, not double negative. It's ironic, right?
Isn't it ironic?
'Cause I don't think they've ever had a great day.
Don't you think?
I'm not a huge fan of the Irish either.
Let's roll that into movies. Seeing we got about 7 to 10 minutes left.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good. No, it was a perfect segue. I think you said movies.
I was
I was going to say some terrible things about the white people in the.
I was waiting for the Judy Garland part to end. I'm like, I never heard the song before, but back to movies though. And she was relevant. So the Oscars that year, 1941, you got Best Actor was Gary Cooper. He won for this movie called Sergeant York. Sorry. He this is actually a really good. I never heard of this movie before, but like just reading about it, like he this farmer from Tennessee gets drafted into World War One, and he's a pacifist. So he like wrestles with that, the duality of having to become a soldier and go out there and just do business. And like he goes over there and he does some work. He captures 132 Germans, the Nazis, and just runs shit, man. He just badass. I feel like this like lays the groundwork for Rambo, kind of.
Oh, okay.
That's the story of some like old time farmer goes like war overseas and like just kicks ass and comes back and like goes back to that humble life. Best actor. Yeah. So best actress was Joanne Fontaine in Suspicion, the Alfred Hitchcock movie. It's in my top 5 movies, so I can go more into that. Best picture that year was How Green Was My Valley. It's about this family, the Morgans, who are a coal mining family in Welsh mining village. The film is said to have like a unique form feeling, and like it just drew the audience to the screen because it was so difficult to distinguish between reality and the film. The part that I found most like remarkable is that this movie beat out Citizen Kane that year, because Citizen Kane is regarded as one of the best movies ever made, and I never heard this one before. So like that year, that movie won. It won like 10 awards, I think.
Have you seen it yet, or is it on your watch list?
Yeah, I just put it on my list this today.
No shit. I mean, even if you're going to IMDb, it's still 7.7 out of 10, 27,000. You know what I mean? Ratings, and that was 1941. Holy shit!
Yeah, I think that won like 10 awards. It was nominated for 11, and Citizen Kane just won for best original screenplay, which I found laughable. But hey, different time period.
Yeah.
So my top 5 movies for the year, with my time traveling totals. Yes, I have seen all these movies. I do like classic like, horror movies and like just classic like Hitchcock movies. Number 5 is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
I've been on mute forever, guys. Oh, Jesus.
I was like, man, Burley is so quiet.
I'm like, thank you, Burley.
I'm a real piece of shit. I want to talk about Sergeant York. But we won't go back to it. There was a Wayne's World line about Dick York.
That's my brain
Sergeant
went when I first said it. I was like, going on top of my head, I'm like, oh shit, Wayne's World. I'm like, Burley? Nothing? I'm like, okay, just rolled it.
Apparently I said it, yeah.
And I wasn't watching the screen to see like if you were moving your mouth and stuff on mute. That's my fault. I'm following along the notes like a good boy.
I thought it shit the bed, and I was all right. I'm gonna try to find that clip, and then I'm like, hold on, I got it, guys. And y'all just steamrolling me. Turns out it wasn't even on.
Man, these guys are ignoring me.
I think Ogut was like, "Thank you."
Sorry, fellas.
Some bit. That's funny.
So Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It's the iconic tale of the split personalities in Inner Darkness, starring Spencer Tracy in the dual role. In the movie, there's 7 dead bodies, 5 brutal transformations from Dr. Jekyll and transforming to the sinister Mr. Hyde. You have 4 disturbing assaults. Just the reign of terror. This is how brutal this movie was back in 1941. There's 3 iconic horror performances: Spencer Tracy, Ingrid Bergman, and the tragic Ivy and Lana Turner as Jekyll's fiance. There's one unforgettable dual performance. Just the performance that guy did was fantastic, and like it set the bar, making, because movies not being around that much, back in the day. Just the awesome performance. I feel like this movie is long lasting. Just the parodies off of it, like the musicals and like the Broadway performances, and just the movies that came after this. This was a good foundation for it.
Yeah, I mean, even in 2024, people still know and reference, and like you said, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's classic, and that's number 5.
Number four is Suspicion. It's like I said, Joanne won Best Actress for that movie, or Best Actress that year. Joanne Fontaine. It's directed by Alfred Hitchcock. It's a suspenseful psychological thriller. It follows a woman who begins to suspect that her husband is trying to kill her, have a plot to kill her. Has that classic Hitchcock tension and like the haunting atmosphere. Keeps you guessing till the very end. There's 3 suspicious deaths, 5 suspicious confrontations. There's 4 mystery letters and clues. 3 times Cary Grant is way too charming. It does an amazing job of like that's the fiance. His name's Cary Grant, but like it leaves you wondering if he's trying to kill her or if he's just that just being misunderstood. There's 2 iconic Hitchcock suspense sequences, and one just the Oscar performance Joanne Fontaine did to win best actress.
I go Joan.
What is like the most famous Hitchcock movie? I don't know that I've ever seen a Hitchcock movie.
You see Vertigo?
I know of it. I don't know that I've seen it.
There's Birds.
Heard of it, never saw it. I've seen clips of all these movies. It seems like
It's worth
It's
watching.
black and white does not get me going.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Last night I was talking about like the Night of the Living Dead. Talking about like the public domain stuff, like how that Walter Reed just got up when they tried to edit the sound title or the front title, and they took out the copyright, pretty much making it free domain.
Nice.
High Anxiety, I thought was a Mel Brooks movie.
No,
Is Mel Brooks in that movie?
I think he's one of the writers in that movie.
Oh, that might be it. Okay.
But no,
Then I've seen High Anxiety. Then that helps.
Got one.
Yeah.
number 3. Have you guys seen the Maltese Falcon?
That's a hard no for me.
Saw the Peanut Butter Falcon. Have y'all seen that one yet?
I hate Shia
I've seen the
LaBeouf.
Atlanta Falcons.
It's a classic a noir movie. It's a shadowy, hard-boiled world of more of like the detective film, like directed by John Huston, starring Humphrey Bogart as a sharp-witted private detective. It has a great atmosphere, snappy dialogue, and just unforgettable plot twists. It's a tale of greed, betrayal, and obsession over a priceless statue, the Maltese Falcon. This is the title drop. You got 6 dead bodies, 5 double crosses, because in noir, no one's ever really on your side. There's 4 iconic characters, 3 tension confrontations, 2 brutal fistfights. Love a good fistfight. And the prop itself is legendary.
I'm gonna look that up real quick. What the prop looks like.
Why do you think noir died?
Color TV.
It has to be black and white.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It adds more to the atmosphere and to the mood of the movie, I feel like.
There it is.
It's not black and white.
Well, this
Yes,
is the eagle, yes.
The statue.
The falcon.
Yeah. You should 3D print one of those.
Yeah,
so
why don't
it
you
too.
have one of these, dude?
I'll have it back there next week.
Or make a little sex toy out of it. Hell yeah, dude.
I have a hole in the center. A pocket pussy. Look for sponsors.
You guys want one of your own? Links in bio.
So number 2 is Citizen Kane. Just a tremendous movie for that time period. There's
Is it worth sitting 2 hours through? Do you like that movie?
I
Do you
do.
honestly like Citizen Kane?
Yeah.
Do you?
I do. It's for that time period. It's just I respect these movies because they have a good foundation, and like these are all
No,
groundbreaking.
I totally get me. Citizen Kane is one of those movies that I think is up there as like this is the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah.
Type of thing. It's always in the argument. It doesn't resonate with me for some reason. I wish I could understand why it's so popular, but
It's just for me. Like I appreciate it, like what they were able to get away with and do, and like just for everything it sets for. It's just one of those iconic movies. Like I'll watch this every couple of years, but it's not like something I'll go to every year.
yeah, I'm not disrespecting it in the way of. I wish it resonated with me.
Yeah.
I understand its purpose in the world, but it just didn't resonate with me. It's kind of a bummer.
I feel you.
Everybody's talking about it. It's terrific.
But yeah, it's directed.
It's Taylor Swift of movies.
Ooh, I don't go that far.
Oh,
But it's directed and stars Orson Welles. This film revolutionized cinema with storytelling techniques and innovative camera work and just deep character study of Charles Foster Kane, the powerful, deeply flawed media mogul. There's 3 dead bodies in the movie, 5 iconic monologues, 7 groundbreaking deep focus shots where each layer of the scene is so sharp in detail. There's 4 major time jumps. Just telling the story of Kane's life through flashbacks and newsreels is so creative back then. There's 3 iconic props, the snow globe, the rosebud, and no trespassing sign. 2 crumbling marriages, and 1 unforgettable mystery. As Rosebud, the word describes and drives the entire narrative. But number 1, my movie, I love this movie. I watch this movie every October. The Wolfman, 1941, starring Lane Chaney Jr. just as classic as like one of those classic horror movies as him being like one of the classic monsters. It's just fantastic. It's just one of those cornerstones of the horror genre, and like how many like werewolf movies have come out. I mean, because next January they're doing Universal Studios put out another Wolfman movie from Blumhouse as well.
That's like the most famous face
Yeah, the transformation
of the Wolfman that I can think of.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because have you ever seen those
Yeah.
Wolfman people? Like those kids?
Yeah.
They look very similar to that. Like they did a real good job.
Heck,
Like,
yeah. But yeah, just it just had groundbreaking makeup, the eerie atmosphere, and tale of man versus monster. So in the movie, there's 7 dead bodies, 5 fog-drenched forest scenes. I just love how they shot that scene where all the fog machines are on the forest, and it just looks so creepy. There's 4 werewolf transformations, 3 iconic full moon shots, because no werewolf story is complete without it. There's 2 intense brawls, fights, 1 tragic monster, and just the unforgettable silver Kane at the end. So yeah, that's my top 5 movies for the year.
Hell yeah, dude.
have they ever done a version of the Wolfman where like he rolls with a pack of wolves?
Are they always
Or-
solo?
Always solo.
Yes. Why?
There's a new idea. That's our movie idea.
Look at that, dude. We got Superman hats and wolf.
Well, do you count
men.
Underworld?
Wolfmen. The Wolfmen.
The Lycans?
That's the name of the movie.
Oh yes.
Don't they try to do that? Underworld? Do you count that as a werewolf movie? Because they're Lycans?
Or Lycans werewolves?
Yeah.
Like for real, for real?
Yeah.
Like they have to have a full moon?
Oh. Dude, that storyline was different. You didn't have to. Like,
Underworld ruled.
It does.
Like, it's an underrated like series of movies.
1000%.
I love all those movies. They're better than the Resident Evil movies. Say that much.
It is.
So just to be a stat checker, because we were called a lichen werewolf, or simply lichens, are werewolves born to either 1 or 2 werewolves. They are born without any access to their powers. Upon turning 20, they undergo the process of evolution, which completes their transformation and grants them access to their powers.
How did people know that?
I don't know.
Some real L. Ron Hubbard shit.
Just to close it out real quick before we travel back, I want to give a quick update on our rankings. We will go through. We'll not only do 1941, but we'll do 2012 because we didn't go over it last week either. Just real quick, the top 10 music in order: 2000, then 97, 94, 83, 89, 91, 72, 67, 69, 1981. And our top 10 movies ranked by us is, where is it here? 1994. Then 97, then 1989, 2000, 91 is our top 5 there. And we'll get into the top 10 here again with 41 in there. Who gave it 2 thumbs up? I'm curious where his 41 is going to land him. And if you guys are to come back next week, let's travel back and say goodbye. You guys ready? I'm just going to hit the jingle.
Okay.
We're already fired up. It's warmed up. We left it running the entire time, just like a Tesla in the cold.
Boom.
You.
I was so very excited about my tribal drums. You have no idea.
I think
All
we
right.
have an idea.
I'd solely up everybody, and
What's
I think I missed a year
In the rankings?
on the rankings. 2012, maybe.
That was
Yeah.
last week, so it's okay.
I missed 2012. 2012, pretty solid
okay.
year.
We'll get in there. Hey, like I said, it was last week, so there's time. We'll do 2012, 1941, and we'll see if either of them can crack the top 10. 2012 for me, did it make it? I don't think so. But for music, I didn't love the music. I'm telling you
Yeah,
guys right now.
stomp, clap, boo.
Yeah, it wasn't up there for me, but we'll see if it was up there for you guys. And like I said, Goot did the recap. We'll see where it lands for him, but it wasn't great. But either way, this was great, and I appreciate the hell out of you guys.
This was
a
good.
lot. This was good. We made 1941 fun, and that's not easy to do. It turns out. So
Yeah, not without a generous dose of racism, because that's all they were doing back then. Tell you that much.
speaking of that, check out the Rage and Pillage podcast. They're back. It is back. They did the first episode, which featured Goot as well, and Max ABV. Rest in peace to Rob. It was a good run, but he's gone.
Who?
Yeah, so yeah, the guy from Philly. But either way, Max
Goddamn
ABV.
traitor.
Make sure check that out. Rage Pillar Podcast and Goot and the boys are doing a lot of stuff and continuing that movie stuff over there on Barrel Aged Flicks. Make sure you guys check them out as well.
Don't forget Body Wrong, baby.
And Body Wrong. Don't forget that. If you're wondering all of the crazy shows that are out there, we are 5 different shows on the Beard Law Studio. Check it out, beardlawstudio.com or on the YouTubes. But either way, appreciate the hell out of you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your week, your month, your whatever, or don't. I'm not the boss of you. So that's all I got. Be good to your wieners. We're out.
Toodaloo.
From the streets to the block, jazzy beats rhyme so tight, we'll make your head nod. Triple T crew taking over the game, y'all better applaud. Step into the cypher, feel the vibe, we got the style. Representing hip-hop, going the extra mile. From east coast to west, we break it down the walls. Triple T Podcast, we here to answer the call. Triple T in the house, the call.